Alright lads, so since the 7th anniversary is still going on, even though we are near the end of the 7th anniversary, I do want to use this time to showcase my account. Treat it as a 7th anniversary account showcase, not to be confused with a 7-year account showcase. But what you will see is that we are slowly pushing to 2,400 days, and we are slowly getting to the 7-year account showcase, which I'll probably do when that time actually does come, which will be in like 5 or so months, 4 or so months. I didn't actually showcase my account when my account hit 6 years old. I did record it, but I just never uploaded it for some reason. But that's what this video here is to serve today. So we're going to be looking at my account, showcasing what is good about it and stuff like that, in case you are wondering, because you might not know what my account even looks like, again, because it has been quite a while since we actually have showcased it. For starters then, let's have a look at our account profile, which by the way, I have around 10 or so slots open for my friends list, so if you do want to add me, there's my code. I guess the first 10 people to add me will get accepted. So for starters, looking at my account, we have 1,892 character completion, so we are missing almost less than 100 characters. Obviously, I don't have every single character in the game, nor do I aim to go for that. I mainly just tried to collect all the limited time favorite characters of mine, and usually I do a decent job of that. You know, since I have been wailing a bit, I have been collecting the characters that I do want. I am missing 4 characters, and it does trigger me to this day that there are 4 characters that I have not maxed out yet, and they're 4 stars that I just didn't max out when I first got them back in the early days of this game. Sub-stories are supposed to give us, you know, events for the most part, and unfortunately it just doesn't do that. They keep giving us events that we had in the last year or two. I need events that came out 6 years ago to return for the sub-stories so I can get that character again and then max them out, and then eventually, hopefully one day, I can have a full character completion with every character maxed out. My top 5, these are, it's kind of all over the place. I don't really have like a set thing to it. I don't know how the Burn Witch characters got there, not gonna lie, but you will notice that, you know, we have Safri right to here as my most played character. She is my favorite character in the entire game, so that's why I do use her quite a bit, and that's why she does have 57,000 plays on my account. Other than that, we have, you know, a couple other characters too. The idea, my top 5 characters have been kind of all over the place. It used to be just Aaroniero. It used to be, well, there was only 2 of them basically, but they used to be at the top. Then it used to be just Yoruichis, because I am a Yoruichi simp. Then it became like the best character in every attribute. Then it was Squad 0 characters. We had them in the shape of the panel. Then it became this right here, where I just had any character I wanted to. So that's what it is now. I'm eventually going to change it. I think eventually when all the Bambis get released, I might have them into my top 5. Like I mentioned, the Squad 0 used to be in my top 5 characters, and now I'm slowly changing it. What you will see here is that I'm trying to get them into my top 5 links. The problem was when it came to the characters, I had to like basically never use them, and I didn't like that. So I didn't like having them in my top 5 played, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to manage them as my top 5 links. So we have 3 out of the 5 there. I just need to get Ichibei and also Kiryu, and then my top 5 linked characters will be complete, and it will just be Squad 0 characters. Looking at the story, I believe I have completed every single story. Yep, I'm in current Lieutenant's League. This is my guild score. For my personal guild score, I'm currently 160th, so that's actually quite cool. Been in the guild for almost 500 days, completed that many guild quests, and this is my highest score, 889383. However, that is going to change because obviously I used to be top 1000 for guild quest score, but I have dropped since then, since everyone has been using someone like 1000 Yamamoto in guild quests, and because of that, an 889 score isn't even impressive anymore. If you have a max transcended Yamamoto, you can get a higher score with just by himself. It's kind of crazy, and now that I have a 5 out of 5 Yamamoto, I can definitely try and go for a higher score in the 1 second, maybe a 0.3 second run instead of 0.7 when his guild quest does come around. But yeah, 1 second obviously is great. Looking at my Senkamon, I'm not a speed runner for the most part, but I do, what you will see here is I try to get most of the guild quests under 20 minutes. The only exception right here is the 7th anniversary tower, which I still have a few days to do, so I will go back and do that. And then I also do have tower forging, which, you know, that was the first Senkamon tower. It's been a very long time since I've even attempted that. Maybe one day I will go back to it. Epic raids, I've completed 16,000. My familiars are kind of a bit iffy. I haven't really completed all of them. I haven't really gotten every familiar, mainly because there was that time where, you know, there was a time I just got burnt out, like a lot of players, got very, very burnt out with epic raids, and the only reason why I did epic raids was to get the transcendent material. I never really cared about the pets after a certain point, and then of course we did get the 5x epic raid update, and since then I have been maxing out all the pets. So it's kind of fortunate that it's going to take a very long time for me to get back to, you know, getting every pet and then maxing them out, but I am definitely working towards that. I've done 14,000 chronicle quests, and then again, this is just my other stuff too. 2,383 login days. My max combo is 1,917, and my max damage, I believe, is 4.7 million, which I might need to try and update. I haven't actually tried to go for like a super high damage output. I think the last time I did that was maybe a year or two ago, so I could probably get that higher. And then for arena, because I do like playing arena, currently I have 1,611 wins, which equates to around 160,000 trophies, and I do have 13 rank 10 characters, which I'm slowly working on. I do like playing arena, so yeah, that's basically just my account profile. Now let's have a look at my accessories. So if you were to ask me what was my weakest part about my account, I would probably say it's my accessories. Now, they have gotten significantly better, but I'm still missing quite a few. So obviously, I don't have problems building my characters. If I want to build someone, I'm going to build them the way I want to. But, you know, at least for other accounts my age and, you know, for someone that spends money in this game too, I do lack a lot of 5-star golden accessories and just, you know, 5-star limited accessories. But I do have mostly every accessory in the entire game with a very few set of exceptions. So, of course, we have all the Kamaris. Most of my accessories, I will say, probably came in the last year or so. If you look at my 5th anniversary account showcase to now, there's a massive difference with the accessories that I do have. One is because I started the farm point events. I started to go for like 500 million points, etc. And then also recently, Caleb have actually increased the drop rate for accessories in summons, and they've been giving us quite a few summons. So I have been getting a lot of the accessories that I do want. For example, if we actually scroll down here, look at the golden accessories, I now finally have, after basically what, 5 full years since they have introduced golden chappies, I now finally have a golden chappie in every single attribute. For the longest of times, I only had a mind, speed, and power. And it was literally only until like, what, last month where I finally got the last gold chappie, the technique one, and then I did get the purple one after farming the point event, I believe like a year or so ago. So it's great to have them. Obviously, I do want dupes in the future, but I'm still happy that I finally have the full golden chappie completion, especially because you do want to get those, or you want to get all of them when it comes to brave battles. Other than that, I think I have a lot of power ones, Jesus. But I'm missing a few. I'm missing a technique cape fastener, and most importantly, I'm missing a mind and speed T-set and T-cup, which I would love to use in my Aaroniero characters, or, you know, other characters like 5th anniversary Byakuya, 7th anniversary Ichigo, for example. And of course, I do have access to all the limited accessories. If you don't know, we get these every now and then, so we do get, we got this one for the live-action movie. That was a thing. Remember, we had the live-action movie. The game celebrated it by giving us this little accessory, which I definitely do like. These used to be good. Like, these accessories used to be usable when you were a new account, but nowadays they're just collection. I then have all the anniversary coins spanning from the 1st anniversary all the way to now the 7th anniversary, and yes, it does trigger me that the naming for these coins are different. This is commemorative coin, and then this one is 4th anniversary, so they aren't placed in order, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying how they've done that. We have the Osushi Christmas card. That was kind of cool. We have the 20th anniversary card, which they did give twice, so you can actually have 2 of those. And then I also do have all the years, so every end of year anniversary, we do get these unique limited accessories just to say you were playing during that time, and the first one was obviously 2017 New Year's Rukia, which, little fun fact, this was actually shown in game. This like art of Rukia was in the accessory like a year or 2 before she even came out in the game. Moving on to my characters, what you will notice, and I'm one of the few accounts that have this in the game right now, I know there's quite a few people out there, but you know, you don't see it every day, is that I do have every single character in my box at max link slot level. So every character is T10, even some dupes for the most part. You know, I have a few dupes of these Senkamon characters, and I do decide to dupe them out. Obviously, not every dupe is link slotted because like just I don't need to for the most part, but I might go back and do that one day. You might ask why I did this. Was it a waste of time? Maybe, but the main thing is that I was enjoying playing the game. I very much do like co-op content. It's one of the more enjoyable things in this game, in my opinion, especially when you are hosting, so you don't have to go through that lag. And I just enjoyed playing co-op with other people and maxing out my characters. In fact, let me quickly do this con. So the main reason why I did decide to link sort every character was because of the red levels. It was kind of nice. I don't like seeing the green levels, and having every character in my box at the orange-red level, which you get by giving the characters level 10 link slots, It was just something to motivate me to play the game, especially when times where, you know, there's not really much to do, the game is quite boring, you're just waiting for new characters, new updates, for example. This was a goal that I set that kept me going and kept me playing active every single day. And of course, I also mainly did it because at a point it became super easy to link sort your characters, so for the most part, I was doing one character a day at the bare minimum, and some days where I really wanted to grind, I was going for like 7 characters a day, and it was actually a fun journey. It was a fun grind. I did upload videos like updating you lads on the channel if you were subbed back then, but it's just overall a completion goal, right, to get every character to level 10 link slots. And you know, you might be wondering, am I going to do level 20 link slots for every character? And it's there. The plan is there. Right now, it's just super hard because of how much material you do need to get and how much farming you need to do. But what we actually can do, is sort by max link slot levels, which will showcase my T20 characters. Now, right now, my current goal is to T20 every character that released in the year 2022. And I've easily done that. I've link slotted every character that released thus far, starting from the Kenpachi and Retsu to every character up here. They're all max level 20 link slots. And of course, I've done a few other characters that I use for guild quests, little fan favorites, and I also have a lot of materials to actually go on. If you actually look here, I do like grinding this game. As you can see, droplets I'm quite stacked in. Link slot potions have a pretty good amount. My goal for next month, since we are getting a returning epic rate, which therefore means it's easy to farm link slot potions for the month of September, I'm going to be going for 100k link slot potions in every single attribute. And then for super link slot potions, super links or potions, I'm just collecting them as we do go. Obviously, you will notice I do have a lot of materials here to T20 other characters. But because how much farming you have to do here, I don't want to just T20 everyone in the game right now. I think my goal is to save up enough material to T20 every character from a certain year. So let's say I need to max links or 70 characters in the year 2021. Once I get all that material, then I'll go and do it. And at the same time, I'm just trying to stack up material because if they ever do implement T30 abilities, you know, level 30 link slots, then I also want to have some link slots prepared for that. But overall, I just really do like link slot on my characters, mainly just for the flex of it, and it just looks nice in my account. And I'm still a tad bit disappointed that by getting a character T20, you don't get any special effects, because it really did encourage me. Again, the main reason why I started this journey and to link slot every character in my box was simply because of the red level. If we got any extra special effects for T20, I would be on that every single day, which I kind of am right now, but I'd be more dedicated to trying to finish that goal. And for those wondering, these are all my max transcended characters. I have a lot of materials to actually transcend more characters, but I'm just kind of saving on them. I don't really need to do it right now, but you will notice that we have a very set of powerful characters. So my very first link sort of character, if you don't know, was actually this Nemu. I got very lucky. I pulled her 3 times in 3 multis, and then I used 2 power special move sources to get her 5/5. She was very broken on her release. She was the best power character, and that's why I did it then. I then did a few other characters, most of just manga characters that obviously I did like, that were rare, that I was lucky enough to have 5/5. I then did Shad, I did some Brave Battle characters, and you know, you'll see here is that I tried to link sort some of the best characters in the entire game. 5th Annie characters, max transcended. The 10 years later version of Ichigo and Rukia, max transcended. I got very lucky, if you saw this multi, back in the day, well, it was only a year ago to be fair, where we did get 3 Don Kanojis in 1 multi. It was absolutely insane. Just for the memes, I then used 2 special move sources on him, and I don't regret it. I then obviously max link sorted the 6th anniversary characters because they're broken. Same with Jushiro, got lucky on him. Went for the Bruno, got lucky on his banner. And it normally just comes down to luck, right? Same with Burn the Witch, the Christmas characters. The reason why I did that is because I do want to link sort every Burn the Witch character, and you will notice the OG Noel and Needy are missing because I didn't really have the best luck on them. I had to do 30 steps just to get them once, while Bruno and also the Christmas Burn the Witch banner was a lot more forgiving for me. So I mainly wanted to max transcend these characters because they are super links or characters, which I don't regret doing it. It's Needy Noel, I'm a big fan of Burn the Witch, and they're also in seasonal outfits. So of course I went ahead to max transcend them. Retsu, as I already mentioned, my favorite character in the game, so I was very fortunate enough to have her 5/5 as the Shiro, one of my more favorite characters in the entire game. I just absolutely adore this particular character in game and in the novel, so I'm happy to have him 5/5. And you know, my most recent max transcended character is of course this Gemrasai. And of course, because my account is obviously named after the character, you know I had to T20 max transcend the Calmfield Aaroniero and also the OG Mind Aaroniero, which if you don't know, by the way, it took me 4 years to get him. He came out around like the 2nd anniversary, so it took me 2 years to get him for the most part, but it took 4 years from the start of BBS to get my first copy or hands on this particular character. I got him for the 4th anniversary, choose a 6-star. I don't regret it, and now obviously years later, I finally have both of them max transcended 5 out of 5. And of course, I also have more characters, especially with level 5, that I could max transcend that I just haven't gotten around to do so. Mainly because I just don't need to do it right now. I will get to it eventually, but, you know, just no rush for the most part to get these characters max transcended. If you actually have a look at my material, we are quite stacked when it comes to transcended material. I've only max transcended 3 characters since the start of the year, which were like 8 months into it. Because, yeah, I haven't, like, gotten anyone, like, super OP 5-5 outside of basically Adashiro and, you know, Yamamoto. Moving on to some arena information, we have my R10 characters. So I have, what, 14, 13 characters to R10 for the most part? Now, most of them are just some of my more favorite characters in the entire game. Aaroniero, of course, I had to get to R10 for the first season. Masaki and also Daddy Ichigo were like the best characters upon the release of Arena. So I obviously got them to R10. Grimjow eventually did it. I tried to get most Arena characters, and I don't have that many, by the way, to R10. Don Kanoji, I surprisingly did it. So just for those that are wondering, you know, you don't have to have these super broken characters to get a character to R10. We literally did it with Don Kanoji, and he wasn't that good in Arena. But other than that, I have some other characters that I'm slowly working up there. You know, these characters I will eventually get to R10 too. Somehow I got this Ruka to RA. I don't even remember even playing her in Arena, but here we are. So that's basically my Arena characters. I have a lot of R5 characters too. Again, I do like playing Arena, so I am obviously working on a goal to try and get most of my characters to R10. It just takes a very, very long time. But for those wondering, these are my trophies, and you will notice here is that Daddy Ichigo is still my most used character for the most part in Arena. Most of the farming that I did do in Arena was like during the first 2 months of the release, and Daddy Ichigo was my main because he was absolutely broken. He got better with the release of 6th anniversary Aizen, since Aizen has 50% chance to dodge Soripas, and Ichigo has read Soripa dodge, so he kind of countered 6th anniversary Aizen. Nowadays, I just get a character to R10 and I kind of just switch to using someone else, but you know, back when the first couple seasons started and I only had one character to use, Daddy Ichigo was my main, and that's why he still has 17,000 trophies compared to the other characters that only just have around 6,000. And then lastly, having a look over at our album. So, you know, you will notice I am missing quite a few characters. Let's scroll all the way to the bottom, right? You know, if you've been playing this game for a very long time, especially if you are someone that spends, you know, money every now and then, eventually, you know, you're going to have mostly every character here. So, starting from the bottom, of course, we have every frenzy character maxed out. I have every single OG character, those that came out at the start of the game, although it did take me a very long time to do so. I do buy the collector's pass, which costs around £30, £28 a month. I'm not even too sure how much it does cost, but it does allow you to pick free characters, and some of the old characters that I were missing, namely someone like this Yamamoto, for example, I only got like last year, and he's been out since the start of the game. That collector's pass did allow me to collect some of these rarer characters that aren't really available in banners anymore. But other than that, of course, we have every single character here. My first 5-star, by the way, was actually this Visor Ichigo. He was my first OG. I started the account with him. This wasn't my first account, by the way. I did have another account which I played for like a week, and then I quit to reroll for this Visor Ichigo because he was such a cool character at the start of the game. I still love this character, but unfortunately, you know, he's the only Visor Ichigo in the game, which just makes me sad to see. But hopefully one day, moving on to that, of course, we have all these other characters, which again, some I pulled on release, some I pulled just years later. Of course, they've been a lot of different banners since their release. But yeah, every single character. So this is obviously around the 2nd anniversary right here with Ichigo, the 1st anniversary character. Then we had the 1,000-year Blood War characters. Again, not all of them I pulled on the release, but I did get most of them. Retsu, just to point out why I love the Safri Retsu is because she kind of resembles Murder Mum, you know, the nickname for Yachida Unohana. She was a character that I spent like 16,000 orbs, and back, you know, until maybe like the 5th anniversary when I started to spend money, I had to spend a lot of free-to-play orbs. I hunted for this character, and I finally got her, and she was the first character summon video that kind of blew up my channel. So Retsu in general has like a very, you know, soft spot in my heart, because this was like kind of the start of me starting to do YouTube on the channel, and it was the first video that got me kind of noticed for the most part. Other than that, now we're on to the 3rd anniversary. Again, I got every character with the exception of this Nemu. There was 2 characters that I was missing, and I just pulled one recently. It was Christmas Nemu and Parasol Sun. I just, for some reason, don't have her, and it triggers me because I have every other character here, but just Nemu, just not Nemu. I actually haven't resurrected the other characters, surprisingly, so I need to go ahead and do that. So that's nice. That's orbs to get there. But other than that, we're on to the 5th anniversary. So from 4th anniversary to 5th anniversary, I collected every character. And then we come to some other characters that I am missing, namely 1000-Year Blood War characters. So Lie, Yamamoto, and also Izuru. This was during a time where we got back-to-back 1000-Year Blood War banners. And it was rough. Even for me, it was tough, right? Trying to get all these characters. And I haven't had a chance to pull for them. So that's why I don't have them. And it was tough, especially during this time, because obviously they came out with a 1000-Year Blood War banner, then we got Burn the Witch, and then we got another 1000-Year Blood War banner. So unfortunately I don't have them, and then now we're coming to some characters that I just again don't really have. So you know, just a few rarities. Hugo is the last Cornfield character I'm missing. Don't have the new movie characters. In fact, little fun fact, I've never pulled a single movie character. I had to buy the other movie characters because they always came out at a bad time, and my luck traditionally on movie banners were just never good. So I don't have any of the new movie characters, and all the other movie characters I had to just spend money to get them. But other than that, I got pretty much everyone, and then we get to the 6th anniversary onwards, where again, I'm missing a few characters, you know, namely the Spirit Society characters, a few White Day characters, Arena characters, just some characters that I, you know, haven't had much of a chance to even pull for them because they haven't been in, like, a super amount of banners. So yeah, that's basically my account showcase. Those are the characters that I'm missing. For the most part, I'm pretty content with the characters that I do have. I have mostly everyone that I do want, and those that I don't have, I'll get at a later time. But I think that's basically enough for me to showcase on my account. I think I went through everything. I showcased my, you know, profile, my characters, my link slots, you know, my accessories, and also some of my arena stuff too. So if you did stick around to the end, I really do appreciate it, and I do want to thank you lads for the support on this channel over the last couple of years. We are currently heading to 50,000 subscribers, which in my opinion is just absolutely crazy. And yeah, this mainly comes down to you lads too. I keep playing this game because of support on the channel. It makes the game more fun for me, that I get to make content on it, and I just love this game. It's my favorite game out of every single game that I have played. You know, of course, there's better games out there, but they just don't have the sweet spot that Bleach Bracelets has. And even close to 7 years later, I still have the same passion and enjoyability playing Bleach Bracelets that I had when I first started the game. And in case you guys aren't aware, I started watching the Bleach anime and, you know, reading the manga thanks to this game. So Bleach Bracelets was the start of my Bleach journey, I guess, if you want to say it like that. But with that said, hope you lads enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know how many days you lads are on, and I'll see you lads next time. Peace.